Hello, short video just letting you know that I might not be making videos. My birthday is coming, and it's a normal thing not um, to not make videos before your birthday. Well, it's more like you go into a little bit of a recede, and I might have posted a video trying to talk about it, but it ended up 20 minutes long. And one of the main reasons is that, well, I'll just let you know now, pardon the hair, I haven't had a shower in a while. I'm not willing to hook up my manual shower system quite yet. I'm doing a little retrograde there. But, yeah, it's kind of a normal when you have your solar return that you recede and kind of quiet down a bit. Also, for me, is also, I've been really, I want my life to change completely, and I might be doing that, and when it gets too down to the nitty gritty, I probably won't be making these videos. I'll certainly check in if my life has gotten better as far as, well, a lot of times when we want change, it means that it's because we are fed up or tired of something, right? And I just want you to know that I'm doing excellently. I work on things internally and externally. If it's relationships we are worried about or something, which I was trying to tell you maybe on my last video, that people don't really know what relationships are because it has everything to do with, it's the same as saying good friend or having a good friend or a good social life, and we don't really see that very well. Not see, it might be the truth more for some generations than others, but then again, with Pluto going, well, after goes into Capricorn, when it goes into the permanent kind of 20-year cycle of going into Aquarius, it makes us question who our friends are. It's in the 11th house, and there's a total rearrangement of humanity going on. It might be ongoing, like a 20, they say a 20-year like dip into the dark ages, because, well, and to me it's very, um, there's layers, and see, some people will not see that part, but it will definitely be there. I don't know how. I mean, if you don't see it, then it's just too bad, I mean, what I mean is, it's a matter of where you are. Like, are you aligned to it? I don't know. As far as how that, well, you can already see it, and this is where Christ Jesus would intercept and say, you know what, it doesn't matter what era it is and how the economy is doing. You love each other, you come here and love each other, and that's going to solve a lot of the so-called problems or buildup of things that does cause the darkness of the ages. And see, just the smallest light of Christ consciousness and being of love, and the opposite of what the programming and the warlords would have you on automatic doing, just because you think it's all about winning or losing or something like that, when really it's really hard to begin to describe the other side of what the usual is, which is, the usual is, it just, I can tell you what, man. If you want to talk about why it seems like it's a ditch digging society where yeah, it's like ask Tesla over there. He only goes so far. It was kind of, well, no, there's a lot that is being done with, you can say, so-called his technology, but who's to say it was his? There's the capability of just being able to reproduce um, the same thing that's gone on. A certain version could be better or worse. I've seen a degrading going on with how, it's a perfect waste of fucking time. You want to talk about the ditch digging society and how, man, oh man, it's terrible because nobody would know what we're talking about. Like, it's like just a few people would see it, like Tesla and just a handful of people that sit, they're like, they go down the rabbit hole. And pretty soon, all that you can talk about is either, you want to talk about the possibility of the best that's here, the opportunity. What it is like to be a higher vibrational frequency being and do things in such a way that, like that. And then there's the other side, right? Um, that they are talking about, that radiates from them, that says, and damn, how that it's impossible because it's outnumbering, that people are highly controlled into a mentality that is just a fluoride stare, right? And so you go and have a speech about your innovations, or even just envisions as a visionary way more than what you can offer, as a contribution. It's time to move forward a lot of times with those people, and they can't. Wow, God, thanks to the monetary system or whatever's out there that keeps a clamp down systematically. And see, a lot of people wouldn't know that. They wouldn't know it. A lot of people, it's just a backdrop system. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. It's not interesting to whatever escapes the cuckoo's nest. We have, like, say, wherever Amelia Earhart flew off to. Anyway, I would love to come back here in a much better state. It's something I need to learn for myself, really, is to take care of myself. But I'm looking at the hardest um, time. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I think it's just a matter of being quiet. But I think the main thing is, yeah, I'm feeling the Pluto thing. Here it is. What is this? Like 8 years later or something? There's another lame video which is more clearer, but I'm talking about friends. Like, oh, well, where's all my friends? You would think, that see, aren't people difficult? But love isn't difficult, but people are. We can talk about that. See, love can't be people, and people find love very dangerous because of that, well, because it takes the illusion of people away and leaves just the quality of the presence there, the essence, right? And what is that? Well, that's it could be, if it's your awareness of an ability to be present, an availability to the present, then it's love. That's love, and that's something that is interesting. How that, having said that, did you notice that? I mean, if you think about it, the world is just a spinning top that never slows down enough to see the present moment. You know what I'm saying? And it's pretty much, I'm telling you, I live in an area, and I would love to, in an area where I have been here long enough. It's rural. See, I would love to talk about my life, and see, because it's ongoing. I have an autobiography that is continuing on, that involves seeing the overlay that's happening, and I know I've got the sense of like having, like, say, like, imagine the rocks up in the wilderness there. See, that's where I live, it's in a wilderness area. I don't care what these people around here think. You're a resident living in a wilderness preservation area. I mean, how well are you doing it? Are you preserving it very well? I don't know. Thanks for listening to this. It's really hard. I might make a video near around about, I know when Mars begins to try and my Jupiter, but the truth is I'm going through a lot of pain. I'm on all levels, and I'm about ready to tell you how the physical pain that we feel, like inflammation and problems like this, is 100%. It's coming from a spiritual place, and it could be that you're being attacked spiritually, and that's controversy whether or not is it true, but uh, at this point, I'm gonna say yes because we have privacy, and that's just as good as yeah, we need privacy is what I mean. We need sanctuary. I made a video that I'm gonna take down that says sanctuary, sanctuary. I don't know. I'll post it later on, like in September. This is going up now, which is August 31st, and I'll keep in touch if my when my life gets better, and to me, life getting better means that I can be less. Well, see, I think it's important to have a social life. I think it's important to have a support system around you that is loving people, right? People in your life that add that they appreciate you because you add value to their life. Like if anything, you bring a good memory. How just I miss friends. I miss having friends. But now that I think about it, I think about it, and you should think about with me too. Was it ever like friends in the past? Was it just that you like you know it's kind of illusory, really? Talk about the perfect waste of time if we are not adding value and saying, bringing up and celebrating the things that we love about ourselves, the things that brings us joy authentically, the things that makes us radiate and, like, say, I don't know, I'm sure we're all different, but to me, there has to be something that you are like. Is it a hobby? And if does your hobby offer out something of just basically in general inspiration? Are you part of the crew that inspires people to want something of their own similar that in fact causes inspiration, whatever that may be? See, otherwise, see this the kind that are they kind of are not inspired themselves. So how could they inspire other people even though they hold up the same tools? Are we talking about narcissism now? Maybe. It takes hard work to really get that kind of a result of inspiration towards for people at people, because in fact that hard work that you do to make, say, like anything really, um, to make it taste good or palatable, it's discipline, it's the love, it's your joy, really. It's the thing that it's like it brings you tears of joy when you finally come up with something worthwhile, worth passing on. And like I said, that worth is just basically generally, it inspires the kids. It makes other people appreciate. It depends. what it is. If you're a connoisseur of literal donuts and you're a cook or a writer, or a painter or something, an art form that, I'm a stickler about having it being useful, really, and we are in the time where things are changing. A lot of things that we have strewn across as memory, it's done just because people want to make money. But see, I don't really have that kind of thing surrounding me in my abode. When I look around, I see like that picture and that picture over there, and this thing right here. Um, it's made by my friends. Um, they have appreciated something. I don't know. They have a story behind it, and I know them personally. Is what I'm saying. And a lot, it's like I won't throw any of it out or like recycle any of it really, because it was made like by hand. And well, I'm clearing out a lot. We could talk about that, with the Venus and new moon, having Venus in Libra, which is at its, I guess it's called domicile. I have to look up that word, but I think it just means it's at a very very effective place. It's at a very very like a just a royal good place. When it's in Libra, there will be justice this month. There's going to be justice served to people that have good hearts, and that's really saying something, right? Nowadays on this plane, um, but we have to look out for this, because all of those Libra planets are going to eventually square the Capricorn uh, Pluto for one last time, and well, see, it's going to cause a T-square. Now we can look at this. It can cause a T-square because see, I said on one video that it's a it's a Mars square Pluto that's going to happen when the Mars in Cancer gets at the very late degree, but no, it's an opposition. So then we have I'll just look really quick and see when does that all happen. Let's see. Wow, yeah, it's going to be causing a rough T-square uh, with the opposition with Pluto. There's going to be a square with the Sun. And if you want to count, see what's going to happen is we have a square with, in September, there's a square with Pluto and Venus and Pluto at 29. And that's when the Sun goes right into Libra. There is a Venus square Pluto. And see, I'm looking at my solar return now. My solar return comes on the third degree of Libra, which is the 26th of September. And this solar return, I might have to. It's looking like it's just I'm having a rough solar return, and it's already I can see some things that have panned out, and I have a good attitude about it. I know how to make the best out of anything really, and I'm glad to be me going through hard times. That's for sure, right? And having said that, people, I hope you're doing okay, and you can say the same thing. Um, Mainly to inspire people. And yeah, I might not make as many videos. I mean, really, I can make like, I can spend 3 hours and make like a bunch of 20-minute videos, right? And stream them across the rest of September and just make astrology videos. And it's interesting to do that, like I just did, so we'll just do see that Mars and Cancer is a bit rough for me too. Even though it will be at the later on this month, it seems to be going really slow too in Cancer. Um, it does trine Mercury when, well, I'm sorry. No, Mercury goes into Virgo, and that's when, at least, that Mercury in Virgo is a very good thing about all of this. um, it's in the air. It's going to It wants to communicate in detail the things that need to be communicated in order to transmute or shrink down or throw out or whatever. Anything and everything. And I'm here to tell you, I mean, I think I tried to tell us in the video that I put up, and I don't know when I'm going to put it up, but I'm just not, I'm in a lot of pain, and I don't like to announce that, but I think a lot of humanity is now needing to throw in the towel. I don't want to become a pain body, though. I would rather be feeling good, you know, and I do um, think I have a lot surrounding me that brings me joy. The main thing that bugs me is the darn monetary system, right? How that I can't hardly come up with 2 fucking cents right now. We got this far and I finally said something about it, but um, it might have something. I don't know. I've worked hard, and some people are trying to help me out. I hate this fucking video now. See, we're just coming off of, and sorry, but this video is going to go up later on, like on the 6th or something. But while I'm recording this, it's August 31st, and we're just coming off of this opposition to, square, Venus square to Neptune. I'm sorry, opposition Neptune. And I'm tired of it. I think I tried to talk about it before. And, um, but now, see, now afterwards, I'm putting this video up on September 6th or so. And let's say, okay, so on the 5th, now we're coming off of, it will definitely be still happening on the 6th, is a Mars square Neptune. Now, it's definitely, and I've talked about this before, I shouldn't repeat myself so much. That's why I'm going to stop making videos, because I feel like I'm getting a little bit more boring. I'm going through such stress that you can't be very creative. You can't be very creative. I mean, there's a time um, to relax into your creativity, and then there's a time when you can't do that. And I say it's like, well, I mean, who waits? Who's going to wait until everything's perfect to finally do what you want to do or love to do, but we all know, and here talking about this now, thanks for listening, just talking here, that life is this process of that you don't really control those um, seasons and passages that, and see, I'm itching about things is because I feel like that my life is like I feel like that I hate to say this in front of narcissists who are whatever generation that wants to just stomp down on another generation because they think that their shit doesn't stink because they're doing something with their money, that they're culminating. It's like, can you just go through the process without fucking elbowing people down and fucking stomping on people? And what fucking goddamn use is it that you have worked so hard on something? A lot of times people are running for money all their life, right? Then when you get to the end, is it a big joy pit that you're going to fall into and say, yay, finally made it? And then what gets on everybody as far as when you fall into the splashing fucking cesspool it really is it joy that hits other people and they go, oh, yay? No. Very, very, very deceptive. I live in a place here where, I don't know, I swear to God, do you think that, see, we have this Neptune moving right along, and okay, let's look at what happens with Neptune this time next year. Where will it be this time next year in 2025? Oh, look, it's in Aries. It's going back into Pisces in October. And see, I just happened to catch when it was retrograde, and you can, oh wow, but this was after it was in Aries at 2 degrees already. And I'm trying to maintain a certain um, focus, but it's more like my privacy spiritually, because uh, the high road for the Neptune over my ascendant would be that all of my art forms that I am, my life that's an art that's unfolding, is going to shine. And see, I am going to find out how to use social media correctly. And I am going to start refining how to start using it, because there is two types of people to be found here, and they can't really mix very well. They both should seek to isolate enough to find out now who can do what. I really feel that. And I'm not at all isolating it to that there is just men and women here, although there is just men and women here. But see, in within both of them two, there's the possibility that they can just become human beings. See, I say, and this is what psychology says, and this is why you're here, as far as any of the subscribers that I got, is because of the narcissism videos. Not narcissism, babe, it's the mind. And the mind is not human. The mind is fear. It's an illness. I mean, it's an illness when it's not seen, and it's called fear, and that's the worst of all, right? And so then, but it is. I mean, the best psychologists who have done us any use, but are they psychologists? No. A lot of them are from the East, and they are gurus from thousands of years ago, would tell us they already have a grip on it. Tibetan Buddhists, the Buddhists, the conversation is the mind and illness are synonymous. And you know what? Having said that, that's just why that we have a financial institution that says no, and it's okay. See, if you want to stay a mental case, come to our club, where it's pretty much that if you can fear death good enough, and what's worse than death, children, kids, is being sent to jail and throw away the key and doing a life sentence there. You would rather do what Christ did over there and said, no, this is what you do. Because they want us, the living dead. Even worse than just having done the right thing. And we're all depending on each other to do the right thing. How do you like my new little thing that is going on? Where's my other little sweetheart? I love them so much. I'm so blessed and honored to be able to have them. And so I'll try to get better with my mind. I'm experiencing a lot of pain. I have tried to tell you it before, and that probably shows. And it's okay to express it, and it's okay to see. I have the hardest time reaching out for help, but I think I'm doing the right thing by, you know what? They're making me wait. They're making me wait till September 8th. Um, and I think that's messed up. I've already waited, you know what I mean? I've already waited to now see, because I'm such the kid, right? Aries rising, it's like, well, no, you're probably going to have to wait a lot longer. To what? Well, when I get this is just to get my Apple ID number and my verification code's ability to text onto my phone, and now I have to find out what it is to get Patreon, or I mean PayPal and Vimeo, and I actually think, see, I happen to think that this is going to work for me. It's better than what's happening with me now, which is absolutely nothing. I'm looking at having to be extremely real with myself and practical, and that's why I don't want any other distractions other than just me, looking into it and see. Uh, because I don't live a life of broken dreams or unfulfilled dreams. I don't live an unfulfilled life. You just kind of you go through your phases of. See, I live on pure intuition. See, and I want other people who have not only can say that, but they come out the other side or whatever, they got going on in life. See, right now I happen to know, I mean, at the age 45 to 55 is when at, if at any time there is when you are through a lot of shit, right? Maybe it's possible that you have already raised a kid, they're 15 or so, and you have to let go, and um, you might see it differently. You might be ready for a whole different. Of course, I mean, why would you shut down at that time? No, I think it's God. This video, right? Thanks for listening. I'll post this on. I'm. It depends on how many likes, I guess. That I'll keep making videos. I guess I am, but not really. Not really. It's never depend on likes whether or not I do anything as far as my creative life. I would like to get out of the funk and out of the pain. I get rid of my. I want to tell you that I get rid of the pain that I feel on a daily basis. I do it, and I want to be able to share more. First of all, the cause of it, and then how to get rid of it. And it's pretty darn profound. A lot of people probably don't want to know, but no, it's helpful to people. I have my version. There's other versions. I'm not ready. See, it's a matter of, are you really ready? See, you can stay diseased and in pain all of your life if you just refuse to be. First of all, if you refuse to change, right? That's an obvious. But I'm not really talking about, like, well, if you keep smoking like that and drinking a 12 pack a day, it's sure gonna but really, in effect, I am pointing at that. I'm not good at keeping a pattern to where it's going to kill me. Although, don't we all? Isn't that what we're doing here in these damn cages here? Our bodies, it's like, um, we're lucky. By the end, it's death, and it's like, good, get rid of this body. And a lot of very petty and vain people, what we call them, materialists, narcissists, they don't understand anything I just said with that. They think that I'm ungrateful. It's like, no, you can be definitely ungrateful towards the society of people, the world, that, God, the way it's happening now, babes, what do we do? The generations must take a stand. Generate. Generate what? I was trying to make sense on some of my videos about um, the punishment reward system. See, there's some people, it's just they're hilarious. They all they really want to do is argue about what God possibly could be, because really you can stop the argument by saying, um, can we clarify what the truth is? Because what if it's just words we're talking about, and God and the truth are the same, and if so, like, let's talk about the truth. See, that's what's going to really stump a freaking narcissist. It's like they're actually very skeptical that the truth is here. And it's the same as saying they're skeptical that God is here. It's identical. But see, easily, if you are succumbed by I was going to say the mental institution there, but you want to call it the financial? Yeah, whatever that is that allows people to hallucinate a life is happening through religion. See, I have the strangest conversation because I say, no, God is whatever you're saying about a word, man, if you guys can straighten out how the truth about words, then we can have a conversation, okay? Have a good day. Thanks for like and subscribe. I feel better doing motivational speaking, doing expression. I'm just in a place where, I don't know, I guess I'm not willing to stick my head into a meat grinder. A lot of it has the world changed, people? Have you noticed the world changing? See, I would love to keep fucking making recordings and telling you what I am observing here on a very real, like, level, and without all the stress. See, when you are stressed out, when money catches you and you start thinking that you're doing wrong and all that, and pretty soon your brains are mush, and you can't say but 3 words, and fuck is one of them. Constant, right? Thanks for listening.